Hey, it is your creative, weird, spooky makeup artist friend Cat Sketch to bring you another video. Today we're gonna have a chit chat, get ready with me type video talking about, I guess this is called monthly favorites, but if you want to know what's the best for the skin, that'll like change your life, it's worth watching. So subscribe to this channel if you want to see videos every Monday and Friday here. We talk about beauty makeups, we do body paintings, effects videos, talking about really spooky, scary stories, interesting tales, and just having fun and being creative. I've been in the movie and makeup industry for 8 years now, so it gets pretty interesting, weird, and whimsical. So subscribe for some more and hit that notification bell. So today's going to be a favorites video. I haven't done a favorites in so long, so if I repeat some of the favorites in here, that's why. I totally forgot. It's like I'm blanking and 2020 hopefully didn't happen. And today we are going to talk about just products that are amazing. Some of it's hair, some of it's skincare. I just could not get through the disaster that was this past year without these products, to be honest. Let's talk about the base. Because before I do makeup, I do hair. I suck at hair. I'm the worst person to do hair, but I try to keep my hair not as crunchy and damaged. I have some products here today that I've been loving and helping keep my hair, even though I haven't cut it in over a year, restored in strength and moisturized. This is magic. I think most of these products I heard about on TikTok. This is the Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil Strengthening Lotion. You could sleep with this as a mask, then wash off in the morning. What I do is when I wash my hair about once a week or so, sometimes twice, depending on how my hair is getting trained, like a ninja. I feel like hair stuff is so complicated, but once I do like an apple cider vinegar rinse, I should talk about that too. I do like a teaspoon of baking soda with some apple cider vinegar in a cup, put extremely just the hottest water setting in the shower. I know hot water isn't necessarily good for your hair, but I just rinse all of the buildup in my head with that. Then I wash my hair with Not Your Mother's Naturals. Now I love the scent of this coconut milk and African marula tree oil. This stuff, it is like life-changing compared to the old shampoos I used to wear. I try to stay away from dimethicone and stuff that's gonna really cause any buildup or fallout because I have fine, wavy hair, like extremely fine. So after I wash my hair and I either let it air dry or blow dry it a little bit, well, before I dry it, I put this in, massage it into my hair, and then comb it through a little bit, especially if it's for chemically treated hair that's heat styled, this stuff. I know a lot of people make fun of my frizzy hair whenever I'm on Instagram and stuff, but I'm gonna have frizzy hair for the rest of my life because I'm mixed and my whole family has frizzy hair. The little baby hairs that break off, I'm gonna have it my entire life. When I'm about to heat style, like a little bit of curl, I do the Mondo Force Field Heat Shield. This stuff, I think it goes up to like 500 degrees. Of course, I don't put 500 degrees on my hair. I'm a huge fan of Mondo. I waited so long for this to get in stock again, and I know why it sells out. But let's do a look with some awesome graphic liner and just chat about what I've been obsessed with lately to hopefully you guys will love it too, because the reason why I wanted to make this video, I have found the holy grail of eye creams. Now this eye cream isn't gonna get rid of wrinkles, but what it's hopefully going to do is prevent wrinkles. And what it definitely does for me is I have less puffiness here, and I absolutely love it. I found this on TikTok too. This is the Rose Hip and Hibiscus eye cream. I'll make sure to link the girl who does her makeup on TikTok that I absolutely love, who I found this out from. It is by the brand Liliana Naturals. Now, it's deceiving because when you buy it on Amazon, this thing is huge and it's only about 30 bucks, and it says anti-aging on the bottle on Amazon, but when you buy it, it doesn't say anti-aging on here. But I made sure the ingredients on both descriptions are of the anti-aging, and this one, when I purchased it, they're the same, so it's the same thing. I do one huge solid pump. You could do less than that because I do it on my under eyes, around where I would get crow's feet, my forehead, laugh lines, neck, and the palms of my hand, because the TikTok amazing artist I found that suggested this. She's been using it for a decade, and if you see the results in her hands, because she'll pump it on one hand and not the other one and put it on her face for 10 years, and the difference in just the skin texture on her hand is outstanding. I'm like, I gotta get this. And again, it's not going to cure and get rid of all your wrinkles. What this is gonna do is prevent. And it has aloe in it, coconut oil, organic rose hip seed oils in it, just sunflower seed oil, vitamin E, just all the stuff that sounds natural and good. There's something about it in the way that my skin feels and my makeup applies. I just love this stuff, and I'm so glad it's affordable, because some eye creams run you almost $100 for something half the size. This is almost 2 full fluid ounces, which is outstanding. You don't hear about that in the eye cream industry. Let's talk about this foundation. First of all, every time I wear this foundation, I always get a comment like, what foundation are you wearing, sis? And I feel like the makeup sister that's been on stage that's gonna come back home to tell you about the bottle's so dirty, excuse me. But that means it's gone to good use. This is the Oma Beauty Say What Weightless Foundation. It's a soft matte but hydrating. That's the key word, because I have dry desert-like skin, and usually I steer clear from full coverage matte. That just sounds like cakey makeup to me. But this stuff is buildable, it's beautiful, it's about a medium to full coverage. And the only reason why I've been using this a lot, honestly, is since I've been in this panoramic, my skin color has gotten lighter. I can't believe that. Now I must be translucent, and you could see me like Mr. Burns in that one episode when you could see him radioactively from across the room and through the trees. But literally, I've been using this because it's the only foundation I bought that matches my skin. That's how good the Ulta Beauty skin matching system for this specific brand is with Oma Beauty. It's black owned, it's more independent brand, and what I love about it, I'm not sponsored by any of the products in this video whatsoever, I promise you that, but it has skincare in the foundation. They also have a concealer, I think it's called Stay Woke. I bought that too, but there's another concealer I love even more than that. That's a great concealer too though, if you love a full coverage concealer. It's a little bit drying for me, but if you don't have like oily under eyes, like eyelids like I do, I would go with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. That's what I'm using right now. It's amazing. I'm in the color Fair Beige in this, and it matches this foundation great. This foundation color, I'm in White Pearl, the whitest of the white. Like, I'll probably beam to the heavens and UFOs will come take me away, because I'm the one sending out signals to outer space with my skin tone. I can't believe that I've gotten lighter during this Polaroid Express we're going through. But when I tell you, you could go just in the day with concealer. I can't believe I just missed a step. It's another product that I wanted to share with you. I think I've talked about this before, but again, like I said, we're doing a new year of makeup favorites just sporadically, whenever I want them. You guys voted for this on Instagram for me to do this video. But the Charlotte Tilbury Under Eye Corrector, you know when you want to feel good at the gym and you don't want to wear makeup, but you might wear a little makeup and you don't want to sweat it off and look disgusting, and you don't know who you're there to impress, but you just feel like absolute the bottom of the barrel Starbucks bucket trash lining trash? This is what I wear when I feel like that on those days. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Under Eye Correcting Cream. This is in Fair Pale 1. I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like the shade range in this could be more vast, but I should have put this under my concealer, but maybe that under eye cream's working because I didn't have as many dark circles today as I usually do. But this Chef's Kiss, I hit pan on it and I'm so scared I'm going to run out. You could do this with no other makeup, maybe a little brow gel, and you are done. Like, this is like correcting the sleepiness. This will make you look more awake, more youthful. I know I'm selling this like I'm on a QVC infomercial as seen on TV product. Buy this now with only 2 easy payments difference of $9.99. Now, I don't remember the price of this. I'm sure Charlotte Tilbury stuff is a little pricey, but I'm telling you, this is worth it. This is not just your LA Girl tube concealer. I love those as well, but this one, there's something about the way it applies and the color. Not quite salmon, not quite pinky peach, just this thing. It's just amazing. I don't know what it is. It's so good. Can we talk about multi-use products? I discovered Danessa Myricks Vision Flush, which is pricey but amazing. If you're a makeup artist and need something for your kid that's good for the eyes, lips, face, cheeks, everything, Vision Flush by Danessa Myricks is great. But I found this thing, I got it in PR. It's from Etude House, the Hershey Kiss Lip. I know it's gonna be weird to put on lipstick now, but why not? Let's do it on the cheeks first. I've started doing this on my cheeks like this, just as like cute blush, like cream blush. Like, we've all had this hack. Maybe you've been stuck on vacation, forgot to bring your blush or highlighter, and you're using eyeshadow, sparkly eyeshadows highlighter and your lipstick as blush because you saw it on one of those stupid 5-minute hack videos on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. But the way this blends and looks so natural. This is in the color Chocolate Mousse Tint in the number 3 Special Dark Chocolate Tint. I don't know what it is, but this stuff just looks beautiful for my skin tone maybe, but the way it blends into a cheek stain just looks so freaking beautiful. I don't know what is, that looks lively. I just went from corpse, Tales from the Crypt, Hidden in the Dungeon, to liveliness. But just look at that cheek, like, just beautiful. Again, Etude House. It's my first time using Etude House. Honestly, I never understood the hype of Etude House. Like, I just thought it was a cute little Korean brand that was so natural it would not show up on my face. I honestly didn't want to try it because I don't like to promote products that don't look good for everyone, because Korean product brands are known to not even come close to olive deep skin tones and look good on minorities, unless you're Asian, let's be honest. And I look like the freaking fairest of the weirdest of them all with my skin tone. So I don't want to promote products that aren't as inclusive if I can. And if I do, I say the trash line. How trash this, I'm sure the skin tones and some of these brands are still trash. But I had to mention that. Now listen, friends, you know me, I love a fluffy, natural-ish brow. I'm not into the Instagram fine line, Sharpie looking brow. You do you if you are. But when I want laminated, feather looking brows, I'm one of those girls. I'm one of them who loves that look. I use hair gel now. This brand is so cute, but I'm not gonna promote any brand specifically because I feel like it's any type of, oh, it's not hair gel, it's a hair pomade. And of all things I use on it, with it, is just the Sigma Dark Brow Pomade. I never was a brow pomade person. Then I just decided to switch it up, and I found this new technique and I'm in love with it. I don't even know if it looks good, but I feel like it makes me feel good, like I'm doing science experiments on my brows, and I like it. But I gotta tell you about some other products that I'm loving that aren't necessarily all makeup. This cuticle oil, I use this so much that the writing on it's completely gone practically. I'll make sure to try to find it. This is the acai fragrance. I think they got a vanilla one, but this is from Sally Beauty Supply. When I found out I could get Sally Beauty Supply hair dyes, cuticle oils, just every single supplies in my heart's desire, my hair pomade for my brows, delivered to my front door. Not sponsored, but this saves my life because I haven't done my nails in like a year now. I did them for Valentine's Day and instantly regretted it. It was like a curse, like right when Valentine's happened, we had that crazy storm here in Texas. But this cuticle oil, it's just in a stick form. So you just rub them on your nails and rub it in, and it feels so nice. It makes my cuticles look healthy. When I remember, I always forget to use it to be honest, but when I remember, it's good. So I just push my brow hairs up to get the feathery like motions, and then I trim some if I feel like I need to, like today. Then I'm just gonna let that dry before we do the pomade. But another monthly favorite, I've been using, you all know, Witch Baby soap. I love homemade soaps because my skin is allergic to every single item made on this planet Earth, it feels like, but I always splurge for handmade bars of soap. I know it's so grandma of me to use bars of soap on my body. I feel like who uses bar soap anymore? I feel like everybody uses from Lush like the body washes, and they're extra bougie with like their birthday cake scented, loofah filled body washes with beads and stuff in it. But I recently found this brand. These are only half of them. I've used most of them up. This is called Moonlights Apothecary. It's by a local Texas woman. I mean, all her packaging is so cute. They're hand like wrapped like these cute little birthday packages with these amazing stamps to she has a franken-citrus one I bought, and she puts intention and love, if you believe in all that, and crystals. And so I've been using some, and I swear to you, any luck I have, I feel like it's from this because they're so craftedly handmade. They smell amazing. If you just look at the description of each product she makes, it's so whimsical, so magical, so beautiful. And just like the love and care put into things, I appreciate it so much. They last for a long time. Like one of these bars of soap, I wash my body once or twice a day, lasts me over a month. Like, that's crazy. And they're so vibrant and beautiful. You know what? I'm almost out, so let me open one. I'm gonna do this one called Justice. This is from her tarot card, if you believe any of those stuff. She sells out a lot because she hand makes these in small batches. But just look how beautiful these soaps are. It just smells like heaven. I cannot wait. There's something so simple about fresh bars of soap that makes me happy. I feel like a mother, a grandmother. So if you want to support small businesses, definitely check her out. Or if you want to support Texas small business, definitely check her out. If you are into crystals, tarot cards, and all of the magical stuff, check her out. But I gotta do my brows. Now that we're talking about magic and fantasies with soaps, another product that I feel like not everybody believes in it, uses it, cares for it, wants to stand for it, but I am a supportive, proud member of CBD oil. e.l.f. sent over these CBD lotions. They go from 5 milligrams for the lips to 10 to 50 to 100 milligram body oils. They've got body creams, they've got eye creams. I've never tried CBD mini things before, but once I tried those, I was hooked. I swear to you, when I use that with my allergy meds, it helps with my sinus allergies when I put CBD oils and lotions on my face, because I suffer from very bad allergies of everything, and especially sinus allergies. I'm just putting that brow pomade. I use Sigma, but any brand will do now that these brows have dried. And it calms me down at night. I have a whole shower ritual on how I take a bath or a shower at night. And then I rub my body with CBD lotion oil, get my little, I have this like back massager. I'll talk about that too. It's amazing because you could, I think I heard about from Jaclyn Hill, but you could like reposition it. I have terrible shoulder pain all the time, and I just put that CBD lotion and get my massager, and I am in heaven. And I usually could fall asleep better because I have such bad anxiety mostly at night. Since I was 4 years old, I've had it. Now there is not one, not two, but 3 eyeshadow palettes I've been in love with lately. And the first one I'm going to talk about and use in this video is the recently deceased Melt Cosmetics palette. I thought that these were totally hype. I was lucky enough to get these for Christmas, and I thought they were just going to be a whole bunch, like I said, hype, but they're just so freaking pretty. And there's something about Melt Cosmetic eyeshadows that are so buttery, easy to use, super pigmented, have really good payoff that I absolutely love. I want to do a purple and green with yellow moment today, so that's what we're going to do. I think I wanted to like these because, I mean, Beetlejuice, hello, it's one of my absolute favorite brands. I mean, movies. So of course I wanted to like these, and I'm so glad I do. This color, Beetlejuice, just looks like if Oscar the Grouch from Sesame Street had an eyeshadow color, and I love it. Going in with the color Draw the Door, which is more of a mustard yellow as a transition shade. The reason why I love Melt Cosmetics too is because they're such unique colors with such unique themes. I just want all their eyeshadow palettes, but they're so pricey, it hurts. But if you want something a little more affordable, that's more independently owned, the Colored Rain eyeshadow palettes, this Vivids palettes, I don't even know if they make this anymore, but it's amazing. As you can see, it's very dirty because I use it so much. I love pigmented primary colors like this. It's so good. It's just as good as Melt, if not better when it comes to like the solids. What I mean by solids is the mattes that are highly pigmented. Like I look sick like if my eyeshadow was pus tinted, but I absolutely love it. Now let's talk about my favorite highlighters. When I'm doing like a bold extreme look, I love using this green shade as a highlighter, and it's called Mary Jane, I'm pretty sure, by ColourPop. You could buy it individually. It's glittery but not chunky, that's scary. I love it for inner corner too. But my favorite absolute all-time highlighter for the past, I want to say 3 to 4 years, has been ColourPop's Flexitarium. Of course you can see I've hid pan. I've talked about this in so many favorites video. It's like if an opal inside of a seashell had a highlighter crushed onto your face. I have multiples of these. I love this so much. I could use this highlighter, just this one, for the rest of my life, and I'll be completely content not using any other highlighter that comes on the market. That's how much I love this. Let me just show you how extreme this is. It could be soft and not as pigmented, just a light touch of, it reminds me of if Tinkerbell had a highlighter. Like it could be soft, but it could also go like super, like I love that wet extreme highlighter look. You know me, I'm heavy-handed with the highlighter. What can I say? And it's not a cat sketch look without a sweat. You guys say it looks like I have sweat on here, and some people hate my upper Cupid's bow highlight, but I love it. I don't care if it looks like sweat. Everyone sweats and has pores, get used to it. Gotta spot some on the brow bone. Oh my god. Can't tell me nothing with this highlight. Alright, let's get into liners. I feel like cake liners have come a long way and they're super popular right now. No one's talking about how popular they came, and I feel like it's a hack, like a gimmick, because not this brand, I love, this is from Dollar Lash Club, but I feel like cake liners are a gimmick because it's just looks like a chunk of body paint, like taken off from an effects makeup body paint palette and stuck into these, and then you just add water to activate that and activate this at the same consistency to do liner. But maybe I'm wrong. If you can't splurge on these liners to get vivid colors and have those Instagram looking graphic liners with all of the colors of the rainbow, get Inglot's Duraline, because you only have to pay, I don't remember how much this was, but this one price to get all the colors of the rainbow, because you just add this to some loose eyeshadow and you could create any color liner you want. Let me show you. Let me get some bright blue eyeshadow on my hand in a loose pigment form. I just scraped it with a brush. Get a little drop of your Duraline. You can make it as whatever consistency you want it. Mix that baby up, and voila, you, my friend, have graphic blue eyeliner. Yes, yes, we could do this. It's just that simple, and you don't need to spend all your money on every single liquid eyeliner tone. Just spend it on this. I'm gonna use some purple liner today. Now when you use cake liner in any type of aqua paints, you want to spray directly into the product with water spray instead of dipping your brush in water than this, because you get a better consistency. I don't know what it is, but it's easier to work with. Some honorable mentions of eyeshadow palettes, other than we went through the Colored Rain and the 2 Beetlejuice eyeshadow palettes. This Stone Vibes palette from Urban Decay. I rarely like an Urban Decay eyeshadow palette. Were they the ones that made those naked palettes? Those are not my jam, but this baby is. If you like eyeshadows that you could turn to highlighter, if you like shimmers, unique shimmers, this is the eyeshadow palette for you. This blew me out of the water. For some reason, my favorite color in this is this hexed color. It looks like a plain old everyday plain Jane brown in the palette, but on your eye it has hints of like brick red, purpley red, and brown. It's just great for everyday, amazing. I love this palette so much. and I don't use it enough. It's amazing though. Like, whenever I want some added sparkle, I get this. Speaking of added sparkle, do y'all remember when, I think it was Stila was the first one to come out with those liquid glittery eyeshadows that were in a doe foot applicator, and now everyone, including my favorite e.l.f. is doing them? I absolutely love these ones from e.l.f. I have like almost all the colors because they're so cheap. I'm pretty sure they're $5 under for each, and I think the Stila ones originally almost $30. I want to say around the price of $28, and these ones are like $5. If they're not $5, they're super affordable, I know. Another honorable mention is that It's My Jam. Too Faced came out with these little eyeshadow palettes that are like the size of a stack of credit cards. They're so tiny. This one smells like jelly. And these colors, there's something about purple eyeshadow that I feel is so underrated. Not enough people wear it, and I feel like purple eyeshadow and purple in the eyes is one of the prettiest colors that looks good on every single skin tone and eye color, in my opinion. Whenever I was in makeup school, I would just slap purple eyeshadow on a client if they gave me free for all to do whatever they thought I could do. I would do purple and they always loved it. I would just, even if it's just a speck of purple in there, in their looks. Like e.l.f. even came out with these stick liquid highlighters. This was from the J Kissa collab, and I used this so many times. These colors are so pretty. They're so pigmented and amazing. I love them so much. I need to look up if they have more of these. But another honorable mention I have to talk about for highlighters specifically, there's a highlighter from ColourPop. It's not a singular highlighter, it's this formula of highlighters. I have a few of them where they come in these really, like, to be honest, cheap packagings. I have a few of these that came to me broken because it's just like a very thin plastic, but they're so blinding and they're similar formula textures and payoff as those other ColourPop highlighters. These are the Super Shock highlighters, and the Flexitarium is Super Shock Cheek Pearlized. But these are so beautiful and underrated. No one talks about them. I swear to you, this eyeliner is gonna be the death of me. It's so hard. How do e-girls do it? Maybe they've got, like, being the texting generation, they got like precision hand-eye coordination. I'm gonna pop in some bright pink eyeliner on my waterline because I don't have purple. Like this, so I'll look like I have pink eye. Why do I choose these colors? Vomit plus pink eye makeup look today. But there's one more product I have to talk about, and I'm gonna talk about it when I get back from doing lips and lashes, because it takes me 5 years to put on my lashes. And just like that, we are done with today's look and talking about my favorites lately. So the last favorite I almost forgot to tell you guys about is a TV show called Brickleberry. If you're into animated comedies, 17 or older, I feel like should be watching this because it's more adult humor, but it's hilarious. It's about these park rangers in a forest who are friends, and they get into a lot of shenanigans. My favorite character is Connie, but I had to tell you about it. I hope you guys like this video, and especially that eye cream. Like, everybody wanted to see this video for that eye cream, so I tried to deliver. I don't know what it is about purple and green and purple and orange eye makeup looks. Something about them, I love them so much. And again, if you want to wear purple, you don't have to do bold green colors with it. You could do browns, taupes, whatever. I'll put all the products that I talked about in this video down in the description box below. Thank y'all again for hanging out with me today. Subscribe for more videos like this. We do 2 videos a week here on this channel. Hit the notification bell for some more, not only beauty makeups, but body paintings, effects videos, talking about really creepy stories. Thanks again, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.